Hello there, YouTube. Today's video, or more like audio, is going to be a rant. Not really a frustrated rant, but more like I'm in one of those moods again. So, yeah, as the title says, I feel like I need a new hobby. What I've primarily done on this channel over the past year or so has just been, like, messing around with computers, and quite frankly, that's been the hobby I've always been bouncing on and off of for what, 10 years now? Probably 11 years, because late 2014 is when I started getting into the hardware side of things with computers. And, like, yeah, that's a long time to be doing this stuff, especially when you're only 23 like me. Okay, I'm turning 23 tomorrow, so yeah, tomorrow's my birthday as of recording this. It's the 11th of September. But yeah, I've been doing this since I was like 11, 12, and over time, even going back to like 2019, I found myself getting rather bored of this hobby. I guess because, I don't know, is it that I'm not doing enough with it? I mean, back then my purchasing power and driving to like the dump and the thrift stores and whatnot was rather restrictive, but ever since that got unlocked in the early 2020s, I still find myself getting rather bored with this hobby. I guess it's something that I can only really do in like short bursts, but if I do it enough, then I'll see myself getting bored and want to get out of it, or at the very least take a break, which is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of selling off my laptop collection and some of my desktops. I don't have that many desktops, but I do have some, and I also have parts especially. Although, when you start to accumulate, like, rare and or desirable parts, then those become kind of tough to sell, because I'm like, when am I ever going to find another one of these? And it's also kind of tough when you want said rare slash desirable parts to stay within the friend group. Yeah, like my HP Pavilion DV8. I don't think I've really made a video on that one, but I've been contemplating selling that because it does hold a fair amount of value if I were to sell it. But also it's just kind of too big for me to really want to keep or use practically. So yeah, if I were to sell it, I'd want that to stay within my friend group. Same for my ZD8000. As for some of my other hobbies, like gaming, that's something I've been rather on and off about, even more than with messing around with junk computers. Like, throughout the past year or so, I was kind of in the anti-PC gamer phase for quite literally no reason. I guess I was just lying to myself, saying I'm not a PC gamer, when really I just don't play PC games as much as I want to, and that could be for like literally any reason ever. Whether I have a part in my computer that sucks, whether my peripherals suck, whether my space is just uncomfortable because it's just rather tight in this apartment that I still live in, or whether I just don't really feel like doing it. I think that's really the biggest thing, is that I often don't feel like doing these things, whether I want to or not. I'm not really saying that I'm going to be taking a break from gaming, because really I just haven't played games as much as I've wanted to. So that's something I want to get back into doing more often. Eventually I'm probably going to get like a 9070 for my desktop, or a 4070 at the minimum, though I'd have to scour the used market. I don't really want NVIDIA, but I'll do what I must. Yeah, so that way I could get good performance out of BeamNG on my new 1440p ultra wide monitor. But yeah, gaming is really more of a pastime for me than a hobby. Over the past year or so, I've started selling off some of my gaming equipment, mostly because it was redundant or extras, or it was for consoles that I just realistically wasn't really playing. Like with my Super Nintendo, none of the games I have working save batteries, and I don't really feel like replacing those. So I went and sold my Super Nintendo, got a healthy amount of money for it at least. Oh yeah, anime watching. Over the past 7 months, I've been chipping it. I've been chipping at K-On! Really slowly, and I fell in love with that anime. It's easily my favorite anime series ever, but I am finally gonna finish it within the next day or so. I'm gonna try to get the last two OVAs in today, or the last two or three OVAs, whatever bonus episodes of season 2 are left. And I'm gonna try to get Ura on in as well. It's all in Japanese, but that's really just bonus content. And tomorrow being my birthday, I'm gonna watch the K-On! Movie, just so, yeah, I have an excuse to watch K-On! That day. I don't know what anime I'm gonna watch next after I'm finished with K-On! Because quite frankly, I've spent way longer chipping away at it than I've wanted to. But I guess it's a good thing that I'm taking my mind. I mean, not taking my mind. I guess it's a good thing that I'm taking my time with it. But yeah, that's not something I would really consider a hobby as much as a pastime. So, what else would I do for a hobby? Well, I guess because I've watched K-On! And fell in love with it, I've started to get a little bit of a thought that maybe I want to try getting back into playing music again. Like, my sister's hobby, one of them is playing guitar. Her and my dad have a lot of guitars in our living room, and I was thinking I could get one of them to teach me how to play guitar, because I remember back when I was 8, which was like, God, 15 years ago at this point, I said I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason for it. I just felt like it, I guess. But I had a Yui moment and I couldn't get myself to do it. But 15 years later, and with my love for K-On!, then yeah, maybe that's something I'll turn into a hobby. It might just be another pastime, but who knows, really. I'm just rambling at whatever's at the top of my mind. This is the first time in like a very long time that I've done an audio recording in Audacity and not read off a script, so at least this sounds rather natural, but it's rather all over the place, so I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this down. But yeah, hopefully I can find another hobby. It doesn't have to be music playing necessarily, but I just want to cut down on my old junk computer's hobby, because while it's fun in short bursts, it's like, am I really getting anything out of it in the end of the day? And here's another thing, is that last week I uploaded a video showing my dump find being the Dell Studio 1737, and literally not even 12 hours after uploading that video, I was already like, wow, I'm bored of this. I want to rant to YouTube about how I'm bored of this hobby and I want to find a new one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this rant wasn't very coherent, but it wasn't really about being incoherent. It was just about speaking what's on my mind. Alright, I think that's going to be about it for this audio. I'm just going to call that. So, I hope you all have a good one. Feel free to wish me happy birthday for tomorrow, I guess. That is, if any of you are watching this. If not, I guess it's a thought that counts. And yes, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.